You know my feelings, my hatred towards commercialism and commercial radio and commercial music.
I just can't stop to think about really living with you.
And
that's with you, not with a Jew.
Why'd you have to bring? Why?
Well, because we're not racist. We're not racist.
But why?
We're not racist.
But you said not with a Jew. Not with a Jew.
No, it's not about.
But that is.
It's not about not wanting to go home with a Jew. If I found a Jewish girl and she was a sexy girl and she, we got along in the right ways.
A lot of ifs in there.
Then I would take her home and I would still have sex with that Jewish girl. I'm just saying.
A lot of caveats. In
this instant, I wasn't talking about a Jewish girl. Although
you didn't have to go there.
Like I said, it could be a Jewish girl.
So I hate commercial music, and we come into our studio today. And on the other side of the studio wall is emanating some really shite commercial radio.
Yes, you may hear it throughout the cast. Enjoy that. You're welcome. We're not paying any sort of royalties for those songs.
We're not. So, yeah. But
so don't listen to them. So if you hear any songs, you just ignore them because we didn't pay for them.
And it's not in our best interest. So I just want to put that out there.
We wouldn't pay for them.
This is not intentional.
Even if they were like, hey, the royalty guys come out to us and like, hey, Josh and Tim, we love the podcast. We would like for you to play our songs.
Even if it were money. Even if it were a Jewish girl?
If it was a Jewish girl, I would definitely say yes. Because,
right.
I mean, it's a Jewish girl. Like,
sure.
I absolutely respect the fact that she's Jewish.
Have you ever dated any Jewish women?
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't, actually. Okay. I haven't met very many Jewish women. Do they stick to themselves? Because I don't know.
No, they don't.
I haven't met many Jewish people, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
Is that the same? Is that your experience as well?
No, not at all. I mean, I grew up with loads of people who were Jewish people because I grew up in America. So, half the American people are Jewish.
We love the Jewish.
But you do know a Jewish girl that you're probably attracted to. Were attracted to as a youngster watching television.
Who's that?
I'll give you a hint. Seinfeld.
What? What, you talking about Elaine?
Yeah.
She's not Jewish, is she?
Yes, of course she is.
Seinfeld is Jewish.
They're all Jewish, dude. They're all Jewish on that show.
George Alexander.
Totally Jewish.
He's not Jewish.
Yes, he is.
He's not Jewish.
No, but all the characters are Jewish.
The characters are Jewish.
But she would be Jewish for sure.
You reckon she'd be Jewish?
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
What's her actual name though? Isn't it an Italian name or something? It's like Eileen, Jessica, Jenny.
Eileen is a woman with one leg.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Yeah,
okay.
Thanks for pointing
that out. And a guy with no arms and no legs in the water, his name's Bob.
Well played.
Yeah.
I actually live next to a Jewish mosque center thing. So I am constantly around Jewish people.
Do you get a lot of, when you come home drunk late at night for some takeaway, do you get yourself a tray of matzo balls?
It's exactly right.
Yeah.
Constant.
Maybe some, as long as you don't act like a putz.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I don't want to do.
Yeah,
because they will call you out on that.
They will.
They will tell you, hey,
you putz, we don't have matzo balls at this time of night.
Hey, you, come over here. Come over here. And then I go over there and they're like, you're a putz.
Yeah.
Is that Jewish? I was only doing a twang to my accent.
Yeah,
I was trying to just mix it up, just a slight.
You're listening to Generational with Joshua and T-Mac. We thank you very much for joining us.
For all the people that are confused, for all the people that are confused at this point about what they're listening to, it's Generational.
Joshua and T-Mac.
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, well...
what's relevant, T-Mac? Listen, I'm really tired.
Okay.
Did stay up last night and watch the soccer game.
Is that code for wanking your meat? Is that...
Perhaps.
Is that watching... Shooting the old ball into the net?
Let's just say I watched a couple of boobies on some naked chicks having sex on my mobile phone in my bedroom.
Yeah, and that's called...
Watching the World Cup.
Pushing the ball around.
Yeah, pushing the ball around.
Pushing the ball around, yeah.
Pushing my right flank. So I watched the game, as did a lot of Australians in the country at the moment.
Okay, can we, for those people that are listening interplanetarian, what is the World Cup?
Can we get into it? I got a whole rant that I want to talk about.
Sure,
so let's not talk about it now. I don't want to waste it for the people. But basically, there's a whole thing going on at the moment, and you'll hear all about how soccer is and why you shouldn't watch World Cup.
Well, that's something to stay tuned for. So we'll come right back at you.
Yeah. No, let's not
what we'll do now is talk a little bit more.
Let's give it 30 seconds.
I can tell that Joshua wants to lead into his musical drop down.
There's a song that we're about to listen to by our good friend A Skills.
Yep.
This is another song that was made for the podcast.
Yep.
Specifically for the intro of the song, intro of the podcast. This is A Skills with his song Good Music.
Thank you, and welcome back to Generational Some Number episode.
It's generational, and the number will go unmentioned because we're not about numbers anymore, T-Mac. But it is a very good number, a very round number.
I want to bring something up that just happened recently. It's not a full topic, but I just want to bring this up. One of the senior managers, right? Who is like an extended manager at
Work talk, this is what I like.
Just quickly. Recently, there was an opportunity for this particular manager to meet one of my clients.
Okay, so your manager, your clients.
Not my direct manager, but one of the senior managers, and
sure.
He met one of my big clients in a specific social setting. Let's put it that.
Which was social?
Every word doesn't need to be reversed and summarized.
Fantastic.
So, after this social meeting with my client, this particular senior manager comes up to me,
right,
and says to me, "Tim, I just want to talk to you about your client." X.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Go for it.
I just want to know. I want to let you know that we met up at this thing, and we're going to actually start a friendship now.
Yeehaw, cowboy!
So that's something I think you should know. We live near each other. We've already had chats to that effect. We both got wives, and so we're going to actually go ahead and try to make something of this.
Crush. I'm trying to be here.
Yeah,
so he was like, so making it official. So it was official at this point he was telling you that it was a friendship.
He was basically going to drop a contract later that afternoon to show me exactly all the T's and C's of the friendship.
So he needed to tell you basically there was terms and conditions written up.
Correct.
And it was filed through the necessary people at the office.
Application pending.
It was sent internal mail up to Sydney to get approved, obviously, by the friendship team in Sydney.
The level of friendship TBC based on future events,
exactly right.
What kind of caliber of outings they would have in the future, things of this nature, and just how things would transpire.
That's a constant updatable,
absolutely,
portion of the agreement, which they will base on a weekly basis. I suppose they'll have a weekly team meet about it. The whole friendship team will discuss, their goings on for the week,
and apparently, everything's going to be posted on the website that they create for that friendship.
Yep.
And so I should
a friendship intranet.
That's correct.
Is what we should start. You coming up with. That's what we should. We should develop is a friendship intranet.
Right. So that's not Facebook.
So two people get together. Right?
Completely different than
Facebook. Forget about Facebook, right? So this is our idea. So two people get together. They've never met each other before.
Yeah.
All right. So bam, all of a sudden, day number one, they're friends. An intranet.
Sure.
Not Facebook.
No.
An intranet gets set up under those two people's names.
Sure.
Right? So it's a relationship intranet.
Right.
Then, at that point, they can start posting things in there.
Oh, wow.
They can talk about events that are coming up, and send invites to each other. It's a relationship building intranet for the two of them to communicate with each other and to keep track of everything that they've done together, put photos up.
Look, that's an outrageous concept. I can't get my head around it. Let's just wait for the people of the future to come up with something like that. That's just way beyond our realm.
How many people do you think, once Facebook came out and it started getting big and people were like making money from it? Because when you think about it, it's a really simple concept, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's a friendship intranet.
Correct.
Is what Facebook is.
Yeah.
Right? How many people went, I thought of that a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? Like, you just think, fuck, it'd be good if you could use the internet to make a Facebook intranet. Even though they wouldn't know what intranets were.
Well, the funny thing is, it basically just took email to that one step further. Right?
Yeah.
You could already send messages to your people.
You could send
already tell them where you were.
Yeah.
You could already attach photos to those emails.
What they did is created an intranet, T-Mac, for them to put up their comings and goings.
They did indeed.
It's a Facebook situation.
Speaking of email, check this out. Okay, you know how you like to learn words?
I like to learn words.
I do too. And I thought earlier today I got an email from a client. I thought that he had introduced me to a new word.
Sure.
Okay. And so I was like, okay, cool. It sounds like a very obscure word.
Sure.
I didn't know what the hell it meant. I'll give you so basically...
Take me through it.
Here's the basic thing. I think he was trying to say that something went askew.
Well, something went askew.
So there was
which would mean that it didn't go right.
Correct.
Didn't go correctly.
There were some date changes and things like that. I put an incorrect date. He wanted a different date. And he said, I think that the things went askew.
Yeah.
I think that's what he was trying to say. What the word he used was, he said, I think they went ascus.
Ascus.
A-S-C-U-S. So I thought...
A-U-S.
A-S-C-U-S.
Ascus.
Ascus. I think they went ascus. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I haven't heard that word before. Maybe I'll incorporate that into my vernacular.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe I, T-Mac, will learn a new word,
we'll start
which I can thereby pass on to you on the cast.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, right? What does ascus mean?
What does ascus mean, T-Mac?
Ascus is the sexual spore-bearing cell produced in fungi.
Ah, fantastic.
Okay, so I was like,
yeah.
Right, so something's gone...
So what he's saying...
Mind you, this is the plural. Okay, ascus is...
So many of these spores.
Yeah,
many of these sexual fungi spores.
Yeah.
Is ascus.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is the situation that you two are in.
Yes.
The business transaction that you're trying to accomplish has inadvertently
gone sexual spore. The thing
it's taken a spore. And it's all of a sudden...
I thought maybe he was being cryptic, right?
Yeah,
I thought maybe he was being metaphorical, so I dug a bit deeper on the definition of this. One of the things that these spores do is they release ascopores, and that occurs by busting at the tip in either a liquid or a dry form. So fantastic. I'm thinking now he's maybe trying to make a pass at me. I don't know. He's like, something's busted at the tip here. In a liquid form, and I'm like, this is starting to get a bit awkward.
Just send him back a winky emoji is my advice to you, T-Mac. I've done this all before. Okay.
Also,
know how to play the game.
In some cases, when one of these spores bursts, it can trigger the bursting of many others, resulting in a mass discharge. Yeah. Okay, so now he wants an orgy with me.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
He's basically saying, let's get all your guys, let's get all my guys, let's put together a corporate orgy.
Yeah.
Okay, because something's gone ascus here, and we need to sort this shit out.
He's saying that the ascus is an analogy, it's a metaphor for you two getting together and having a crazy night.
Corporate orgy.
It's a corporate orgy. Okay. It's going to be an absolute corporate sexual orgy.
For everyone out there, the new definition of ascus is corporate orgy.
Everyone's learning a new word today. Go out there and use ascus willy-nilly. Now, I'm very tired, T-Mac, because the soccer game was on at 2 a.m. 2 a.m.
Right.
The soccer game, because it's being played in Brazil. So a lot of people are gone to work pretty tired today, and I am one of those people.
I guess the question is, why can't you just wait till the morning and come in here at 8 a.m. and watch it?
This is what happened, right?
Yes,
this is what happened. So I was already up at like 12:30, and the game starts at 2, so I thought, fuck it. Yeah. And that's what happened. Okay. That's my little story for you.
Sounds like a lot of elaborate planning going on there to watch this game.
This is what I hate about soccer, though, T-Mac. Alright?
Yeah.
Because it's the world game, apparently. It's a game played all over the world.
Yeah.
Which is pretty straightforward. That's why it's the world game. Yeah. But I see differences in the teams that are from the Western countries and the teams that are from the European countries and the teams that are from the African countries.
In what regard, Joshua?
Well, there's a lot of acting that goes on in soccer, isn't there?
Yeah.
Isn't there a lot of acting that going on?
Why does that not happen in any other sport?
I don't understand.
Can you imagine if they acted in hockey?
What
the hell would happen?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, one punch to the jaw, all your teeth fall out.
And you're still going. Like, that's not enough. Like,
you're on the ground crying. And stuff like that. It's just a few teeth.
Hey, coach, I've lost all my teeth. Can I come off?
I think it would be lost all my teeth. Yeah.
Are you serious? You want to come off?
Exactly.
Well, you're off the team. That's what happens in actual sports, T-Mac. But in soccer, you are rewarded by the ref for elaborate and exaggerated acting on the field.
But why do they still fucking issue yellow cards and red cards when it's blatantly clear something's a complete acting job?
Well, here's the thing: FIFA doesn't want to bring in the whole video referee thing where you can challenge calls and stuff, because the way I see it is, they are a fan of the whole acting thing.
That's ridiculous.
You know what I mean? But
so it's a thespian sport.
It's a thespian sport. Don't know what that means, but I am in complete agreement with you.
I'll teach you a word. A thespian is an actor. That's as simple as that. Shakespearean times.
Fantastic.
Thespian.
Love
actor.
that. So I thought to myself,
discuss.
Last night, I thought, you know what, America, Australia, like those Western countries, England, because that's their sport, so they're still actors, right?
Yeah.
But America and Australia, I had high hopes for us. Because I'm thinking, you know, like, our cultures, both of our cultures are, you know, heavy, hard-hitting games, AFL, you know, gridiron, hockey, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Hard-hitting games, full contact sports. You're meant to get hit, and you're seen as weak if you don't take the hit and try to keep walking even though you break your legs.
Exactly.
So I thought, I had high hopes, and I was like telling everyone yesterday, I'm like, you know what, European countries, African countries, they're acting all the time because soccer's their sport, and the Western countries, Australian and American, they would never do any diving, and they're not actors.
Okay.
So I watched Australia and Netherlands this morning.
Yep.
Quite a bit of acting from the Australians.
Was there?
Quite a bit of acting.
Are there different calibers of acting though? Is there really bad acting? Is there really good at, like, oh shit, that guy really looks hurt, and then later you find out he wasn't actually hurt that badly?
It's like that.
I mean, are there really? Because I remember that one. If I was looking back at some World Cup highlights last week on the internet, and there was this one thing where David Beckham was playing in one, and somebody pushed him or something, or he fell, and all he did he was lying on his stomach on the ground, and he just flipped his foot and tapped the guy on the back of the calf, and he got like a red card for that shit.
Yeah. Right. It's done.
And it was just pathetic.
And it was just minimal contact.
And that when he hit the guy on the back of the thing with his foot, the guy just went tumbling, crying, grabbing, all this shit. It's so obvious, dude. Why are the refs buying into it?
I don't know, man. I just don't even get it. Like,
it's embarrassing.
At one point last night, an Australian was hit in the arm. So the guy had been side bumped a little bit when he was taking the ball towards he was attacking. He was attacking, and he was side bumped a little bit by one of the Netherlands players, one of the Dutch players. He copped the bump in the arm, at which point both legs lost all function.
Well, he clearly hit a nerve. Hit a nerve center.
Well, that's what happened. So
all the nerves culminate in the forearm, right?
Well, that's what I was getting at. I was trying to work out how exactly he got hit, and they got pinched something in his shoulder that triggered through to his spine. Because his feet actually did quite a lovely pointed toe, just like a ballerina would do, and it was quite lovely because he was like soaring through the air at one point. It was graceful.
Sure.
So not only was he acting, but he was making it look good.
Yeah.
He was doing a special kind of acting, which I think is what differentiates Australia from the rest of the countries.
Do most? Because I'm not a massive soccer fan, but do most of the fans
America is doing well,
take my point of view that it's all like ridiculous acting, or is that part of the kind of enamor of the game? It's like something that you kind of really got warmed to. It's
I'm not a soccer guy either. I'm not a soccer guy either, but my opinion, I think that it's just become part of it.
Yeah.
And like the soccer fans are they're so naively sold by the whole acting experience. Yeah. That's part of the game now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I want to see a game where there's no acting at all. Yeah. Or every call is like video referee, decided, or like you can have a challenge or something. So then if there's a stupid call, you go to the video. Because every time someone falls to the ground, they show a slow motion replay. Yeah. And you can see that
I'm not sure how I feel about the video replays across all sports, to be honest. There's just too many of them.
Old school.
It is. I mean, sure, referees make bad calls all the time.
All the time.
But it should be kind of a spur of the moment thing. I don't know. It's a tough call. Excuse the pun. Excuse the pun.
Excuse. Accuse.
Ask us.
I
got a funny story that comes out of Spain, and this one you might be able to relate to because you often wear gorilla suits.
Absolutely, definitely.
So there was this intern at the zoo.
Here we go. I love intern talk.
I think it was a French intern.
I love French intern talk.
No, it was a male dude, and so the boss comes up to him and goes, "Look, Johnson."
Yep.
Johnson.
Typical intern name.
Yeah, in Spain.
Hey, Johnson, come over here.
Johannes. Come here, I need you to do something for me, okay?
Yeah.
We need to run a drill here on the zoo grounds, okay?
We need a drill.
Not a fire drill. This is a drill.
You want me to get you a drill?
No, I don't need this. This is a power drill. I don't need the power drill. This is a drill.
You asked for the drill. I gave you the drill.
Okay. Put the drill down. Let me ask you a new question.
This is pure entertainment.
Okay. put on this gorilla suit, right?
Alright, so he puts it on.
So basically, they wanted to do a drill for what happens, how to react to an escaped animal in the zoo.
Sure.
So this one dude ends up having to put on a gorilla suit.
Right.
So he's playing the part of the gorilla.
He's playing the gorilla.
Right. At one point, I think the elephant kicked him in the leg. He fell down dramatically, did a whole act.
Absolutely.
So
his toes pointed in a 12-degree angle.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was beautiful.
Nothing like seeing a man in an ape suit writhing on the ground in false pain.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they're like, okay, Johnson. I don't know why. Johnson!
No, it could be Johnson.
Okay, Johnson.
That's the English version for Johansson.
Right.
Well, that's more.
So
Dutch,
basically, put on this gorilla suit
yeah.
and just run wildly throughout the zoo because basically you're going to pretend like a wild animal that's escaped.
Yeah, sure.
We need to test the zookeepers. It's a drill. Apparently, not all the zookeepers were well informed.
They didn't know about the drill
on this drill.
The drill
and
was
what happened was one of the dudes ended up shooting said
Johnson,
pretend Johnson ape man, with a tranquilizer gun.
I felt like this is where that was going. Yeah, I felt like that's where it was going. Nice.
Johnson, you couldn't see Johnson's face, but you can bet within that suit, the man's in fucking serious agony. Not unlike the Will Ferrell character in that movie where he
Old School,
where he got shot in the neck with a tranquilizer gun.
That is a lovely movie,
dude. How fucking classic!
If you haven't seen that movie, get onto it.
Old School,
it's a lovely movie.
So Johnson's running through the zoo like this, pushing kids over, bashing people's peanut bags everywhere.
Yeah.
No one. And that was it. Well, so
fantastic.
The dart gun was meant for a 180 kilo animal, dude.
Shit.
So you can imagine the strength of this dosage that Johnson copped.
Yeah.
So that's the story. I don't know
how good was this ape suit for them to mistake him for an actual ape.
I don't know about you, but last time, well, if I'm in a zoo,
let's
just say I'm just looking. Hey, look at that parrot. That looks cool. And I see
that's a cool parrot.
I see a 180 kilo looking ape running towards me. I don't really care how authentic the suit looks, bro.
This guy could have been like he must have been like a heavy set dude.
Sure.
And it must have been a full body ape suit.
Of course it was.
Like, couldn't they have just?
I'm not talking pantless, bro. I was about to say it's not an ant blazer.
Couldn't he have just had the ape head on or something?
No,
or maybe had some gloves on. But they had to go. Let's put the. They need the whole ape experience,
of course,
for this drill to be authentic.
It's in the same way they do disaster drills in cities, where they have people on stretchers with bloody shit, like for public safety officers and shit like that. Same difference.
I'm glad
they're not going to run Johnson through the zoo pantless in a fucking zoo helmet.
Yeah. We need you to do two things.
An ape helmet.
We need you to take off your pants.
Yeah.
We need you to throw on an ape hat.
I have my ape hat. I have it. Yeah.
Well, so throw it on. Take off your pants. Run around the zoo. All right. We need you to harass as many females as possible.
And then Johnson takes off his pants. He's just as hairy as the ape suit. Because he is Spanish.
And that's how we go. Johansson. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Is it racist or?
Nah.
Well,
never is.
Let me just reiterate: we love the Spanish and we love the Jewish.
We even love Spanish Jews more.
Spanish Jews. Oh.
We've got this podcasting thing down. Almost at 100, dude. We've got this shit down.
So when we're doing the segue music, we don't talk or we do talk. I still don't know. I'm still trying to work it out myself. So T-Mac, I'm doing a bit of a health kick at the moment. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm eating raw broccoli for lunch.
Not only did I notice, I smelled it from across the room this morning.
Yes, you did, my man.
And that was just your urine coming out of the bathroom.
Can I tell you, eating raw broccoli is actually the best. Can you please get onto it? And everyone listening to this podcast, stop listening to... get your iPod headphones. Throw them in your phone. Go to Coles, get some broccolini, eat it.
Do you know what'd be funny? I've always wondered of this, even from a child. If I were to ever kind of just sit there and stare at a broccoli, a little mini broccoli, and if I just saw a little mini koala clasping one of the branches, that would be really cool.
And what would you do with it? Would you
I'd take it on my finger
and fuck it. Is that what you're saying?
That was a bit forward there.
Was that too aggressive?
Yeah, that was a bit much.
A bit much.
The
The real Josh O just came out just then. Everyone's got a taste.
I'm having my fantasy, my childhood fantasy.
Yeah.
I've captured the mini koala from my broccoli tree.
Yeah.
He's on my pinky. And what does T-Mac do as a child? Fucks it.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, you know what I love doing for breakfast? Go on, yeah. So I go into the pantry. I grab a loaf of bread and I get some peanut butter. And you fuck it, yeah?
Yeah.
No. I put the peanut butter on my toast. No.
Yeah, okay.
You know, that's what I thought.
And you put it on your knob, right? You let the dog lick it off.
Instantly go to, you're going to fuck that object.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, the Joshua.
Was that the, that's a segment.
Tight. The tech giant Snapchat is in a new industry. They're now selling drugs.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Snapchat pill?
I have not, no.
Big in Spain, back to the Spanish.
Okay, we're
Back
talking
to
about
the
Spanish. Very
Spanish
cultural.
Back
Very
to
cultural.
the Spanish.
This episode.
It's a pill. It's a pill with a ghost on it, with a Snapchat ghost on it.
So what sort of pill is it?
The pill is, have you heard of bath salts?
I have heard of bath salts.
Okay. So bath salts are this really dangerous drug called caffeine.
Love it.
Which is just like, it may as well be like an elephant tranquilizer. It's just really bad shit. It makes you get extremely aggressive. It makes you eat people's faces.
All about that.
And Snapchat is now in the industry. So good on them. That's just kind of a tech/drug update.
Broadening their horizons.
Correct. Yeah. Look, it's not enough to capture the billions of users they have for their app. Why not also fuck people's lives?
Hey, Snapchat, we want to offer you $4 billion for your app.
For your drug, too.
Not interested. We've got a drug coming out soon. We're going to make more than enough money to get us by.
And for everybody that eats a face, they get special deals, things like that.
They get the premium version of Snapchat for free, which basically allows them information for the nearest drug response unit.
Correct.
For them to call it at their own will. That was a funny one.
Tech update, baby. Tech update.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's it. That's that.
That felt good.
Did it?
Did it feel good for you?
Yeah, it felt good. It felt good.
Be honest, did it feel
good?
No,
it did feel good, except for that. I don't know. I just thought you might take that Snapchat drug elsewhere. I thought
Where did you think I was going to take it?
I don't know. I thought maybe you'd take it to the nearest club, give it a go, do a review on it. Maybe thought you might already be into it. Give me different ways you can ingest it. Apparently, it could be smoked, snorted, or dropped in a glass of Baraka. So
these are all things that you could have brought up, right?
This is true.
It's a two-man team, T-Mac. I mean, I've had 4 hours sleep. I'm pretty fucking tired right now. I just want to fuck this mic.
Okay.
Too much?
You already have it. Smells weird.
That is too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck a koala. Let's do that.
Oh, well, there you go. Mingler. We've got to mention Mingler.
Oh, yes, Mingler. You talk us through Mingler. What is Mingler?
Mingler is a brand new app. It's been submitted to the iTunes store this week, T-Mac.
Yes, they have given us all the preliminary information about how this app works and what it's going to do to the social media industry. And for all practical purposes, it looks like it's going to be a really cool app.
We have had special screenings of the Snapchat of the screenshots.
Yes.
Privy confidential screenshots that no one else has seen. They've sent it to us just so we had an idea of the look and feel of it.
Yep.
It looks good. Wouldn't you say?
It looks unreal.
It looks pretty good.
Mingler, get mingling.
Mingler with an A.
Mingla. Mingla app for iPhones OS 7 and above. Is there an above? No.
I don't know.
iOS 7.
It's all good. Yeah,
we don't know.
It's
anyway, sorry if we screwed it up, Mingla guys, but we love you anyway.
We love you, Mingla guys. Mingla.
Well, that's the episode in the can. We thank you very much for joining us, taking time out to use your
ears.
Yeah, those are the things. And ingest some of what we have to offer on this planetary journey we all call life.
Hope you didn't catch any of that commercial music in the background.
Let's hope not. Let's get to the hip hop. Funk it out. We out. Late.